Hi, everybody. I've had 2 cups of coffee and I'm feeling better now. And it's kind of a yicky pooey day outside. Although I sit in front of a window, it looks out my backyard, and I see birdies on my deck, and so pretty out there. But it's raining, and so the light's not as strong coming through the window. So I apologize for any lighting issues. And I have another stack of decorated envelopes. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things in it. And it's really, everything is decorated, so inside and out. And, it's got just as much stuff, if not more, than just a regular journal. But let me tell you, if y'all have never done this before, it is so much fun to do. I've had a blast making these, so I will continue to make more until I get burnt out. Y'all know how that is. And I used a lace tie. And the first thing we have is, this is some of those vintage postcards I got a stack. So everything on here is how it came. I got a stack of them at an estate sale. And even on the front, you could tell they were vintage, but it doesn't go with my style. So I covered them with fabrics and images and laces. This is like a little mini pocket here with a little heart. That's one. And this one has got a flower with some fuzzies, a stamped image, laces. I got some new lace at an estate sale too, and I just love it. It's gorgeous. And a piece of ephemera for the background with a pretty vintage lady. And there's the back of that one. And then this is a craft colored envelope, and I put just different things. Whatever I happen to have in my stash, that's part of a book page, and that's part of that 1941 workbook I got at the ephemera store here. And an image and some laces. And then I stamped that on there, more lace and part of a dictionary page. And on the inside, I added a nice little card. Got some lace and a pretty lady, but I really liked this, what do you call that? Flourish, I think. And there's the back of that. And then I added a postcard, and that's a stamp. Oh, I know y'all know that's a stamp, but that's a real stamp. And then napkin decoupaged on the back. And then this has got, I bought some papers from Antique Potpourri, I think is the name, Antique Potpourri, yeah, on Etsy. And I really liked her work, and I'm going to show y'all a journal that I made with it. But I had some leftover papers, so I put it in the stack with the image of a lady with her kitty cat, and she's got a bird cage back there, so she's obviously an animal lover. But what cracks me up about these images is they brought like the furniture from inside their house. They didn't have like lawn furniture. I mean, this is a really nice table and chair that you would think would be in a parlor. So anyway, it's copy dyed on the back. But that is always fascinating. I look for stuff like that. I know that's crazy, but I just think it's so neat the way they used to do things. Get in there, get in there. But it, each envelope has got a lot of stuff in it, and all those things are decorated too. So it's just a blast to make. Use your inside voice. I embossed this envelope and put some fabrics and a little bit of gold here. And when you emboss an envelope, just FYI, it weakens the envelope. So it weakens the edges. So you really need to secure those edges so that they will last to the wear and tear that they're going to get. So I did that, put some washi and then some more fabrics here. And on the inside, I added a paper clip with, it's an old paper clip and seam binding. I almost went brain blank. And then I put an image and a piece of newspaper ephemera and an invoice there. And then an extra piece of paper for writing. It's got a little bit of everything. She's so pretty. Look how pretty she is. And I like the fact, too, when you fold these in to put them in the envelope and then you unfold them, you get that line, you know, that looks like somebody stashed it in their wallet for a long time, you know, which I really like. I imagine you could ink that, too, you know, do it ahead of time and ink it, but I just really like it. But it's like somebody's keeping a picture of her as a memento. So that's in that envelope. But you could, like, you know, journal on this envelope, in this envelope, and then pick up this one and do a little bit of journaling. Or you could use the things that I put in here and add them to a current journal that you have. Lots of versatility here. Or just put the stack in a basket or in an arrangement area that you have. This is like the envelopes that we do here. And it's got some washi and the real stamps and the coffee dine to make it look really old. And then I lined it with some vintage, part of a vintage book page from this cookbook that I have. And then on the inside, I put several ephemera pieces. Let me get them one at a time here. I've got... this has been dog-eared. Love dog-earing. I think that's a We Are Memory Keepers dog-ear. We used to call them dog-ear when I was going to school, so I don't know what they call them today. But anyway, this is a piece of hotel stationery and a piece of ephemera. And then we have a pharmacy sticker. Not a sticker really, but, you know, looks like one. And then we have a music mini booklet. Another piece of ephemera here. It's 1918. November 22nd, 1918. Coolio. And then a little bank check. So give a date, 1898. 5/14/1898. So neat. But you've got several things to journal on in here. And that just folds back up. Great way to keep mementos and things too that you may have, you could add to it. This is a longer envelope with some ephemera and a floral, and then on the front I added a fabric pocket with different fabrics peeping out and a part of a crochet doily. And then I added 2 cards in that pocket. Got some gauze going on here. And then the back got some cheesecloth and different fabrics and a button with a pretty lady. A little bit of stamping going on. And I lined it with some of that ephemera book. And on the inside, this has got, I'll show them one at a time. It's got a tag with some fuzzies and fabrics, muslin and twine, all kinds of stuff there. Another tag with one of the Tim Holtz cards that makes a pocket. And then you've got a little band here that holds a vintage lady image, and then just an extra little piece of paper. Get in there. And then some different fabrics and room for journaling here on the back. Another stamp tag, and it's been inked up. Just love all the fibers. Little stamp here. And a pretty lady. And then some extra snippets with some different fabrics and some sari silk. Whoop, fumbly fingers. Just love it. And then a card made out of that vintage book. The pretty image and some lace. And then extra, I put a piece of coffee dyed cardstock over it for journaling. Lots of yummies in this book, in this envelope, I should say. Love it. And I think the craft envelopes are I don't know, it just reminds me of when I was a kid. You know, you saw a lot of these. But it's got some of the stamps and stamping and washi. More stamping on the back with some different fabrics and laces and crochet doilies and things. And on the inside, I made a bag booklet. You've got a pocket up here, and I added 3 pieces of coffee dyed paper. But, I mean, this bag expands, so you can store a lot of extra things in there. And then this is from a book that I got at an estate sale. It's The Real Ephemera. And I think the date on it was 1955. Maybe I stuck a piece. But anyway, all these pages came from that book. And then it's made out of a paper bag. And then on the inside, you've got a lot of notebook paper here. And then on the back side, again, you've got another big pocket with coffee dyed cards. But you can see how big these things are. They hold a lot. So that's why I put this gigantic paper clip here to hold it in place as it gets bigger. From all the goodies you'll add. And then the last one is the big one. And it's got some music paper, all different kinds of fabrics, a cabinet card with a pretty lady, some flowers. I put a ruffle at the top and a little heart down here. And the back is got some floral going on, a part of an old vintage bank check, and it's a pocket here. And I put one of the Tim Holtz cards in there. And it's got a little mini pocket in the front. And it's just got 2 little mini cards. But it's a little lace mini pocket, so it's nice and sheer. And I used a heart paper clip, which I really like. And then on the inside, this is a little tacky. Not very much, but it's a little tacky. It won't stick to anything, probably. And then on the inside, I put another one of these books in there that I've made. And it's tied with the sari silk. I just love that. Green one. Only a few people will get that. Nice little tuck spot here. This is made from a paper bag. Different pieces of ephemera, music pages, little mini pockets, all kinds of goodies in here. Little stretchy lace on a dictionary page. A ticket. This has just got all kinds of things in it, stitched in the blue. I just really like it. A little denim rosette and some cards. A little fuzzy sticking out. Y'all know I like those fuzzies. Different papers, all different kinds of papers for writing. This is a envelope with some lace. It's been coffee dyed, and then in each one is a card. And you could write here too. I would, in a heartbeat. I write anywhere there is any space. Nice rosette there. And a pharmacy image. And postcard pocket here. Everything is just decorated, and that's what I like about these envelopes. They are so much fun to make. I'm telling y'all, if you've never made one before, they are so much fun. So I will definitely have to do some more of these. 2 cards in here. Part of a dictionary page. And this has got a belly band here. Little mini card. On a dictionary page. Oh, This mini card open up. Oh, y'all, my fingers are so bad. Ah. Well, mini card opens up. Who knew? Y'all know I make a lot of cards and stuffers and things in advance. So I have them to stuff the books and things that I make. Now, in the envelopes, I make those as I go. But when I do booklets, journals, I like to have a selection to choose from. Little guest check. Big pocket. Get in there. Come on, little dude. You could put a pretty image, something that means something to you on these pocket covers. Be neat. Something special. There's the back. Let's tie this little dude back up. And put him back where he belongs. Nice big envelope. There we go. There's the back of it again and the front. You know, you could just put it on a shelf just like that, or keep them together as a stack. I like it either way. I can't decide which way I like it best, but they are so pretty. So pretty together, and just a wide range and assortment of things, the way each envelope looks, and just different goodies, and just neato bonito things. And I've got one more video to share with you today. It's a journal, and I will be back very shortly to show you that one. See you in a minute, everybody. Bye-bye.